Hi, this is Andrea again, and in today's quick law of attraction video, I'm going to share with you something important to understand about relationships. So relationships with friends, coworkers, neighbors, romantic relationships, family, but any kind of relationship. And the important thing to understand about relationships is that relationships are a co-creation. And I want to explain what that means, the idea of co-creation, because I think that understanding what that means makes it a lot easier to navigate your personal relationships with a lot of harmony. All right, so here's the thing to understand about creation in general with the law of attraction is that you're always creating your reality. And really the way that you're creating your reality is that you're always receiving answers to questions. So your life is just kind of filling in the blanks to answer the questions that you have. And you could look at this very simply like, well, what's the weather today? Then the weather tells you what it is. Or what's a relationship going to be like if I get into a relationship with this person? And then you get an answer. Or what happens if I turn left instead of right? And then you find out the answer. And so we're always in the process of asking questions. And some of these questions are very trivial, kind of like the ones I just mentioned. And some of them are more important to us. But we're always in the process of seeking and searching, and our reality is giving us answers all the time. Again, with the law of attraction, it's ask, believe, and receive. Now, something that's important to understand about relationships is that, yes, you are creating your reality. Absolutely. You are 100% creating your reality. But so is everybody else that you meet. And their reality may be very different than yours, typically. And your reality may be very different than theirs typically, but if you happen to be matching up with somebody, you are both simultaneously attracting each other. Why? Because you're both asking a question, and that interaction is providing an answer. And that's really what co-creation is. Co-creation basically means that the two of you have created a scenario based on your questions, that those two things have aligned to create kind of its own reality. Now, why this can be very helpful is a lot of times we think that people just insert themselves into our reality and that they're not really attracting us, we've just attracted them, or vice versa. We don't really understand that there's a simultaneous attraction, a simultaneous co-creation that's going on. And more importantly, what we don't usually get is that both of us are an answer to the other person's question. See, if you understand that when you're attracting something, it's always because you're receiving an answer to a question, and that when somebody else attracts something, they're always receiving an answer to a question, it can cause you to look at the relationship in a very beneficial way. So instead of getting frustrated with somebody, or instead of not understanding where someone's coming from, a lot of times misunderstandings keep us in a paradigm where we don't really understand the benefit of the relationship. So even if there is a problem in the relationship, or even if the relationship is dysfunctional in some particular facet, the person is there because they're answering a question that you have, and you are there because you're answering a question that that person has. And so understanding that can be huge, because it can get you to focus on what's beneficial, what's really going on here. What is this person here to teach me? And what am I here to teach this person? See, when you approach your relationships from this mind frame, you're focusing squarely on the benefit of the relationship to both parties. You're noticing that no matter what this person is doing right now, they are teaching me something. And so instead of me focusing on whatever isn't going right, I can focus on what gift has this person brought me. Simultaneously, I can also acknowledge that I'm here to teach this person something. What's the benefit that I'm here to bring to this person? And that is more likely to keep me aligned with acting in a way that's beneficial into the relationship. And so I just mentioned this today because when it comes to personal relationships, a lot of times we feel like we're very separate from people, or that we don't really understand what's going on with them. But you don't really have to understand everything about a given person. All you really got to ask yourself is, what am I here to teach this person? And what is this person here to teach me?